Hold on, should I test the levels?
Test them. Test the levels.
I feel like I didn't test any of the levels.
Just test
I gotta get situated here.
Hurry up and test them.
Acclaim.
Test them.
That's what this episode's gonna be released to. Much acclaim.
Test me. Push me to the limit. Find out where my hard limit is.
Oh, do you have a safe word?
Yeah, sure. I can get one.
Safe word is iguana.
How soon do I need to give you the safe word?
Ideally, before we start. You don't want to get halfway through or halfway in, you know, and then struggle to come up with it. Wait, hold on. Guacamole.
Are you halfway in? No. It's all the way. Oh, that's too bad, isn't it? That is too bad. This guy is relentless. It's coming at me. I remember whenever we made a bit about him.
Yeah, and his teeth.
Yeah.
The teeth still freak me out.
Let's see. Where was I? Let's play.
I think you were introducing the show.
Is that what I was doing? Okay, cool. Welcome back to Watson and James Don't Play. My name is Joshua Fireseed.
Is that a thing?
It's the guy's name from the Turok. It's the main character's name.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. It doesn't tell you in the game. His name's just Turok. I want to say they made it up for the novelization.
And I'm Watson.
Okay.
There, finished it.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. What level? Should we go to the Port of Adia, the River of Souls, the Death... These aren't nice places to go to. The Death Marshes.
Great.
Let's break it down. Where is the Port of Adia in, like, the United States?
Let's go to the Hive of Mantids.
Okay, cool.
That sounds fun.
But, like, where on the map would the Hive of Mantids be?
Probably a cave?
No, like, what section of like, the Midwest?
I was like G4. I don't know what you're asking me now.
A night to G4.
There's in quadrants of a map. What are we doing, Magellan?
Hive of the Mantids, go.
Yeah, we're warping. I don't gotta know map shit.
Oh, this looks cool.
I like this.
Yeah.
Good choice, Watson.
Where to go? What a cool idea. Where to go? It's all the only ideas that I have are cool ones. Ah, the clitoris.
I'm into it.
It's alive.
You know what I just rewatched the other day, speaking of the clitoris?
What?
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, I never seen it.
Oh, you've never seen it?
No,
Are you familiar with...
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of... I got that mixed up. I got Forgetting Sarah Marshall mixed up with...
Remember the Titans?
Not Remember the Titans. It was Saving Silverman for some reason.
That's a good one, too.
It had the same vibe. I've never seen Saving Silverman.
I like that there's a good, healthy Neil Diamond streak going through all of Saving Silverman.
Oh, really? I didn't know that either.
Ton of Neil Diamond jokes.
How many Neil Diamond jokes could there be?
Anyway,
like they found all of them and they said, put them all in.
He's in the movie.
Put them all in.
I mean, he shows up.
He's the joke.
By the end of the movie, the main character's having Neil Diamond cover band. That's part of it. You know what I mean? So it is part of the plot, vaguely.
All right.
That he's a fan of Neil Diamond. Anyway, back to the clitoris. So I was watching Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and do you know Jack McBrayer, right?
I don't know Jack McFrayer either.
Jack McBrayer?
Jack McBrayer? Maybe. What's he look like?
He played Kenneth on 30 Rock. He looks like a string cheese that somebody stuck a tooth in.
All right, I didn't know his name. I know who it is, though.
Yeah.
He did a voice in the Wreck-It Ralph movie, right?
Yeah, he's Fix-It Felix.
Okay, yep. I know who it is.
Put up a 30 Rock bit, because I just need a face of Jack.
Kenneth, a word? Balloon!
You're going to be real disappointed whenever I put in a Wreck-It Ralph bit instead.
I'm going to be so pissed, because the whole point is, what does he look like? You know? You realize that, right?
I'm doing both.
I want a human.
Jiminy. Look at that high definition. Your face. It's amazing.
You've seen both now.
Yeah, honestly, he looks like Fix-It Felix.
It was great casting.
You know? I don't know if they were just like, I've been drawing this guy, and I can't stop thinking about Jack McBrayer. Or if they picked him knowing, like, yeah, we're going to make a little guy that looks like him. Who knows? But anyway, in the movie, Jack McBrayer says, off to find the mythical clitoris.
Into the unknown.
It's always a joke that stuck with me, because he just says it as he walks off screen.
And you're assuming that that's exactly what he did.
He is? Yeah, no, he's on his honeymoon. He's trying to fuck his wife real bad.
I see. So he was actually trying
But he's having marital troubles because he's not good at sex, right? Because they're like virgins who got married.
Because he is him.
And clearly he doesn't know about it. I'm just explaining the bits from Forgetting Sarah Marshall now. You should watch it, though. It's Jason Segel.
Oh, I was going to add that I have seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I've never seen Saving Silverman. I just got the titles mixed up.
God damn it.
Yep.
All right.
You did the whole bit. But I was like, you know what?
You let me. I don't know why you let me.
Because it's fun to hear about.
Right.
I like the movie. I like hearing about the movie. I like the part where he pretends he's Dracula.
I like movies.
I like movies.
Movies are cool.
Movies are neat.
Ooh, speaking of movies, I do want to circle back to something that we talked about a little while back. Have you been watching more movies with your wife?
Yes, we...
So you want to talk about that, the list and whatnot?
Yeah, we were going over the list the other day. Hang on, my dog's got to finish picking a goddamn toy out of the toy box over there. No, you done making noise over there? Jesus Christ, they don't do anything. They don't do anything all day. They barely move. It's probably not good. But as soon as we start recording, they're like, fucking do stuff. We're going to be active now.
They want my attention.
They want your attention. They want my attention. They want everyone's attention. People are talking. Things are happening.
Right. Things are happening.
It's hilarious.
They're showing off for company.
Yeah.
Is what your parents would have said in the 90s. Oh, he's just showing off for company.
The child? The child.
The child.
Go to your room. And then you go to your room and then they go, why are you always in your room? You fucking told me to.
Anyway. We love our mothers.
Movies that I have watched recently.
Movies that you have been, like I was trying to get you to set up.
We watched a movie.
Stuff that
I can't remember what we watched.
No. Time out on that.
Okay.
Explain what it is that you have specifically been trying to go through. And why are you... You're just not even acknowledging.
I'm letting you finish speaking, that's all.
I hate it.
I'm not going to walk on you. I'm not going to interrupt you.
You're not going to pick up any fucking slack either.
No, of course not. I'm just letting you finish.
All right.
Yeah, my wife has a list of movies that she's been trying to watch to get out of her comfort zone, to watch classic movies that maybe she missed. And after each movie that she watches, she puts, I think it's out of 5 stars of what she thought of the movies. Rocky got 4 stars. That was solid. It's a solid one. Trying to think of what movie that I thought she would really like that did not go well. Time Bandits didn't go over very well. That got 1 star out of 5.
Oof.
That was rough. That one hurt just because it means a lot to me. But I could see why someone that did not grow up with it and watching it now would think that maybe it's not great.
Sure.
Because, it objectively, right now, it's probably not a very good movie. It just means a lot to me because I saw it when I was, 7 or 8.
Yeah, and it can still be an important movie. It can still be an influential movie. It can still be a very nostalgic movie like you're talking about. That doesn't mean it holds up in a way that's going to capture new audiences necessarily.
Whenever someone tells me that something like that still holds up, I go, right.
To you or objectively?
To you or to like anyone.
Right. Because I would argue that something like, something like North by Northwest, it looks pretty great still. If you're into like spy type thrillers and that genre, I would say that holds up. But it probably doesn't hold up just to the average person and probably pretty boring.
I saw North by Northwest when I was about 22 for the first time, and I really enjoyed it.
What a weirdly specific age to remember you be.
I just know where I was when I watched it. I know what age I was. That's how shortly I've existed in certain parts of the country.
Oh, sure.
Is I remember what movies I watched when I lived somewhere, and I remember how old I was when I lived somewhere.
That age if I watched it.
So yeah, if it seems
like
specific,
I was 22 years old. It was November 8th. It was a Tuesday. Cloudy that day.
Oh, I freak people out by the things that I remember.
Sure.
I'll tell them things. What'd you say?
Sure, you're a little freak.
I'll tell them things that happened to me in 2nd grade, and I'll tell them what happened to them in 2nd grade.
Yeah.
And that really weirds people out.
Yeah. I've definitely
I gotta quit that shit. It's creepy.
Yeah, I've definitely told my mom things that she doesn't think I could remember. Yeah.
Right.
Where she could, like halfway through a story, she goes, "Oh yeah, I guess that." But you were only like 6 or whatever when that happened. I'm like, "No, I remember."
I was still a person.
I didn't have a whole lot going on.
I know you barely saw me as a person.
I didn't have a whole lot of my own stuff going on.
Right.
I was watching.
Part of it was that because I didn't have anything else going on.
Yeah.
I had the time to recollect. I had the time to remember what people did.
Do you remember like switching on as a human being and like having an internal life?
Yeah, I was about 3.
3?
About 3. Whenever I remember things from when I was 3.
I don't think I did until I was about 4. I think I remember some preschool stuff, some like vignettes almost, where it just kind of fade in on the interior of a daycare center, and I can remember like things happening.
I have had people say to me, "That's probably not how it went, though," and I'm like, "Well, you weren't fucking there, so what do you know?"
Look, if there's one thing I know, it's that the human memory is awfully faulty.
Sure, that's fair.
It's very, very, very faulty. Basically, you see something, you hear something, you attach a feeling to it, and then that gets jumbled around for the rest of your life, and it's never quite straight again.
I guess what I mean is that the specifics that I point out to kind of make my case. You know how I over-explain things?
We both do.
It takes a while for me to get to a point.
It's one of our more charming qualities.
It takes me a while to get to a point because of the way life has been for me. I have had to kind of defend myself at every turn.
Yeah, it's a trauma response.
When I was growing up, people would accuse me of lying constantly.
Sure.
Constantly.
Sure.
And they would say, "Look me in the eye whenever you say this to me." And I would. And they'd be like, "No, look me in the eye." And I go, "I have a diagnosed lazy eye. You took me to the eye doctor earlier today."
How could you know that? You couldn't know that.
You couldn't possibly know that. I cannot look you in the eye. I would fucking love to, but I can't decide which eyeball to look at.
I remember as a kid getting the old, like, what were you thinking? Or what did you think was going to happen? When you're getting lectured as a kid. And I would always just be like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Bro, I'm 9.
I was not thinking about the long-term effects.
Things wouldn't have gone down the way they did if I was thinking about the repercussions.
Yeah, I put Nickelodeon's GAC into a birdhouse hole. I didn't know how to get it back out. It's just a hole.
There was no follow-up to this plan.
There was no cleanup procedure in my mind. I was just like, I wonder if I could shove that in there. That'd be cool.
Sure enough, I got it in there.
It really ruined that birdhouse.
Can you get it out?
It was an indoor decorative birdhouse, just before anybody comes at us in the comments. It wasn't. I didn't force any actual birds to be homeless. It was
but
purely decorative.
I've ruined a fair number of appliances in my day.
Please comment, though, if you have gotten gack or silly putty or anything similar stuck into carpet and freaked out over it.
I thought you were going to say, please comment if you've been gacked.
If you've been gacked on TV, I also want to know that.
Someone has actively gacked you. We need to do some stuff. We need to do some house cleaning.
If you're geeked on gacked.
Cheats. We need to put on... Let's not be invincible.
I kind of want to be invincible.
No, we're not going to be invincible, but we are going to have infinite lives.
Okay, that's fair. Ammo. Yeah, give us ammo.
When you click it,
inventory.
When you click the thing, the narrator of the game talks mad shit at you.
What is stick mode?
This? Oh, I'm not sure.
I don't like
that.
I
know what black... Oh, this is what I was thinking of.
Oh.
That's upsetting. That's tough.
The wire constructs?
Yeah.
That hurts.
Weird, huh?
That hurts to look at.
Stick mode, everyone's skinny. All the enemies are super skinny.
Oh.
Tiny mode, all the enemies are tiny. It's big hands, big feet mode, like DK mode from GoldenEye.
Hey, remember when you were talking about over-explaining stuff? Nailed him. Fucking nailed him.
I'm just going to stop talking.
No, I know. I was just like,
the rest of
bully you into not
the rest of the episode's going to be Watson.
I love it when you read stuff off the screen. That's my favorite.
Too spooky mode.
No, I'm glad that you told me about what a big head is.
I am grateful for your autism. It means a lot to me.
You do help me a lot in these episodes because you often know way more about what's going on than I do. So I give you shit about it, but it's just because it gives me license to be, sassy over here.
Makes me feel good about me. Oh, I need all weapons. That's what I need.
Takes you fucking down a peg like you need to be, as if you were a bad person.
Someone needs to.
I mean, you're not.
It's
just the story I tell myself to excuse my behavior towards you.
That's fun.
It is, for me.
There we go. I like this one. This is the slice and dice Xena Warrior Princess thing.
You don't want to undulate with the shake weight?
No, not necessarily. I do privately, so it's fine.
Well, All right, so Time Bandits didn't go over well.
Yeah, I still cannot remember the movie we watched. Oh, we fell asleep. Oh, I know what we did.
I knew if I let it settle in your brain, it would come back to you.
So you're going to be upset about this, actually.
Oh, great.
You
as if I haven't been upset enough this episode.
You got upset the last time I brought it up.
I always get upset when you bring things up. You know how I hate that.
This one's going to bug you.
All right.
I wanted to rewatch the Twilight Zone movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to see.
That's true. I did get genuinely upset about
I know
that
you
one.
did. And I was like, I want to see if this is as bad as Watson says it is, because I saw it when I was a kid, so I couldn't quite remember everything. I remember the first part with Albert Brooks and Dan Aykroyd. I remember that scene.
Okay.
I remember kind of liking that scene. I got a kick out of that. It was
Who doesn't
fun.
like Aykroyd and Brooks?
Yeah. And then it goes to the first, I guess that's the intro short story. Then the next short story is the guy who.
Well, it's a wraparound, right? That's what they call it, because it shows back up at the end, too, doesn't it?
I think I'll do a wraparound.
So after the wraparound segment at the beginning of the movie,
Lingo.
it cuts to a guy in a bar. He just lost out on a promotion at work, and he starts slinging around a lot of racial slurs.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, and he just kept doing it.
And they're going to really hit that nail repeatedly.
And they did,
Yeah.
and it was super uncomfortable. Now, he I guess the idea is that in the bit, I'm not going to ruin everything, but he learns his lessons, so to speak.
Right, that's the whole thing. Is it's a very straightforward, like, this guy's bad. We're going to show you how bad he is by making him say bad things. And then, guess what? The ironic thing that happens to him is going to make him learn his lesson, Twilight Zone style.
Yeah, he walks out of the bar, and he's suddenly in 1940s Germany.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
That kind of stuff. And that was weird.
And then he broke his glasses, so he didn't have enough time to read all the books that he had tried to read, right?
Right.
That's just the end of it.
That's what happened.
Every Twilight Zone.
It's precisely not what happened. But wouldn't that be fun?
I call them anti-spoilers. It sounds like we just spoiled the end of it if you haven't seen it.
Like, dang it, guys. Don't worry. It's fine.
It's fine.
Oh, that dead again.
But yeah, Bruce Willis was dead the whole time.
So
Snape kills Dumbledore.
We stuck it out. We both fell asleep multiple times.
The old lady is Rose, and she threw the heart of the ocean into the ocean.
I woke up for the end scene with John Lithgow on the plane doing the Shatner bit, and that was fun. I liked that part.
Lithgow makes Harry go back into the woods. Spoiler alert.
What does he do in the woods?
He just got to get out of there, man. He can't be with them anymore.
Get out of the woods, man. Come on.
Oh, it's so good.
So we marked that one off the list because it was on the list. And we're going to count that one as watched and hopefully never watch it again.
You know, I've got one to add to your list.
Oh, really?
Theoretically, I don't know if it's one that she has seen or not, but it's one that I rewatched since Criterion has just added a bunch of Coen Brothers movies to their app.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about Raising Arizona?
Oh, yeah, that would be neat. I've never seen it.
You've never seen
No,
Raising Arizona?
I've never seen it, no.
I mean, obviously, we're both huge fans of John Goodman. We like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
You know, and I know you like Coen Brothers movies in general, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I like the vibe. They usually have I can't really put my finger on it.
How do you like their comedies?
Like Big Lebowski, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, they're great, for
Okay.
sure.
All right.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? They did that one too, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I like that too. Which I think is a comedy as well.
I think you'll enjoy it for sure.
Right.
And I think maybe your wife will.
Okay.
It holds together a little better, and having just watched it again, it's a fun one, and it's quick. It's literally like a 90-minute movie, you know.
Yeah.
So even if you're not into it, it moves at a pretty good pace.
One of the movies that we were thinking about watching was also on the list, but it was 2.5 hours, and I was like, I don't want to put that kind of time into a movie.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. Oh well.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. It wasn't that memorable, I guess. I don't know. The
What a
list is
charming
long.
anecdote.
Oh, it was There Will Be Blood.
There you go.
That was the one that we did not. A lot of these movies that are on the list seem to be on Tubi for some reason.
And honestly,
but that was odd.
If you're gonna sit there to watch a movie, you really got to be in the mood for There Will Be Blood, because it starts with like 20 minutes of silence.
No dialogue whatsoever.
Yeah, I say silence, just no dialogue. You're right.
I drink your milkshake.
Add Raising Arizona to your list. What else? Add High Fidelity if it's not on the list. Add that one too.
I've never seen that one either.
Watched that one recently. You'd really like High Fidelity.
Oh, I get the gist of it. John Cusack owns a record store, right? Jack Black works there, and he's kind of an asshole.
No, not really.
Okay, great.
That's not really what the movie's about.
Okay.
I mean, those are objectively true
I'm
things.
saying those
he
are
does have a record.
Those are things from the movie, is what I'm saying. That's all I know about it.
But most of the movie doesn't take place at the record store.
I see.
You know what I mean?
It's not like Cheers.
Music is sort of part of the theme of the movie. Everything kind of hangs together, and it's all music metaphors, but it's a rom-com.
Yeah.
It's literally a guy who gets broken up with, basically, at the beginning of the movie, and spends the rest of the movie trying to figure out whether he's the asshole or what, you know. So he goes back to his, like, top 5 ex-girlfriends to try to figure out what went wrong, you know.
Right.
And
they made a show about that, right? It's called My Name is Earl?
It's called High Fidelity, actually.
Okay, sorry.
Hulu put it out, I believe, actually. I think it got canceled really quickly,
Oh,
though.
shit.
Yeah. But the movie is great. The movie's great. John Cusack is the star. It's got his sister in it, too, who actually plays his sister in the movie, so they got some fun banter.
Nice. All right.
Yeah. Tim Robbins,
Tim Robbins, yeah.
not the motivational speaker. The television and
Tony
film
Robbins
actor.
was in, you're getting mixed up. That was Shallow Hal, another Jack Black vehicle.
No, you're thinking of Ben Stiller. Shut up.
Oh, sorry. The fuck do I know?
You idiot.
You stupid idiot.
Anyway, I like this level. I'm sorry we haven't talked much about the game this time, but I really like this level design. It's fun, right?
I like these games because there's not a whole lot of thinking.
It reminds me of like Doom color schemes, you know, the pinks and greens and
Right.
stuff.
After this week, I needed a comfort game. It wasn't a stressful week. I was on vacation all week.
Yeah,
I picked a weird week to go on vacation, though. I didn't really.
Well, you had planned to go to the Capitol and riot if the election didn't go your way.
Right, that was the plan.
So you took some time off.
Right.
And turned into a little, you know.
Right. And then I didn't do that.
And then they got you like one.
Things didn't go my way necessarily, and I also didn't overreact because, you know, I'm not a fucking child.
Yeah, that's true. You're not.
Not a fucking. No. So, a little bit nerve-wracking earlier this week. I'm also glad that I was not at work for this week. I think that would have stressed me out even more. I think that would have been.
Are you sure you don't want to hear about how people control the weather? Certain people?
I would love to hear about that.
Looking at you very stern-faced with a raised eyebrow. You know, certain people.
No, I know who's.
Words I can't use.
There was a guy at work. This is the last day of work before my vacation started. And he said to me, "Hey, did you check that website out that I showed you?" And I just played dumb at first. I knew exactly what he was talking about because he showed it to me last time he was in the shop.
Yeah.
I said, "What are you talking about, man?" He's like, with the chemtrails," and he just said chemtrails. Like he was,
and that's just
he wasn't ashamed of what he just said.
And that's like just a hop, skip, and a jump from straight up anti-Semitism.
Right.
Like
So
it all flows together so grossly.
So I said, Fred, because that's his name. I said, Fred, I think you and I see the world a little differently.
Yeah, man, I see all the strings that the puppeteers are pulling.
Yeah, and then after I said it, I realized that he took that as an opening. I was like, no, really, I mean that. I mean that the way you see the world is not how I see the world. And I also don't think you actually see the world the way you think you do.
I keep thinking about that.
And then that just kind of left him staring at me.
Yeah, kind of broke his brain a little
Kind of
bit.
broke his brain. I said, I don't think you believe the things that you believe.
Not really.
Not really.
Not really. I think it's fun to talk about. I think it makes you seem like you've got information. It makes you seem relevant to whoever you're talking to.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about alien abductions and things like that.
Yeah, well, we can get high and watch Fire in the Sky.
I think the idea.
Unintentionally rhyme or whatever.
Yeah, I think the idea is neat. I think it's an interesting topic. I think it's also absolute bullshit. But I do like the idea of UFOs. I think they're cool because I like science fiction.
I don't think the government controls the weather. I don't think Jews run the world secretly. I don't, you know what I mean? All those gross conspiracy theories that get dangerous.
Yes.
Like have nothing to do with me going to the Smoky Mountains and looking out from the cabin and going, Sasquatch might be out there.
Well, so what I finally said to kind of get him to shut up, and he did. He accepted it too.
Hey, Sasquatch might be out there.
He might be.
All right. I just wanted you to know that.
I'll give you that. I don't know if Sasquatch doesn't exist.
It's a wood
There's
ape.
a double negative there, but you get what I mean.
North American wood ape.
I said, I have accepted that there are people smarter than me, that there are people that know more things about certain topics, and that I will defer to their expertise when I'm not quite sure. And he goes, all right, I'm okay with that. And I go, and you should try it too.
Yeah. But see, when I talk about that, I'm including the CDC.
Right.
And OSHA and different organizations like that on whatever the topic at hand may be. What happens is these people get convinced that all these institutions and organizations have somehow been quote-unquote compromised. And before you know it, all the facts crumble because you can't trust any organization because blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I know. I've also heard about MK Ultra.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, I know the government has done some really shitty things. I know we've backed out of every treaty that we've ever signed with Native Americans. I know the government's not great. I also don't think that they're planning on installing lasers on the moon. I just don't.
No.
I don't think they sacrifice babies to reptile gods either. You know?
I think that conspiracies like that, I'm like, you're giving them an awful lot of credit.
You're giving them so much credit. Have you ever tried to organize, like, moving? Getting, like, a half a dozen people together at a certain day and time to move?
Right. I was reading about the rules of Congress the other day because I was curious about
the rules of Congress.
About what can actually happen. Like, what it takes for something to actually go all the way, so to speak.
Sure.
Go home, baby.
Not just second base.
Not just second, but not third. Home.
Slide home.
Slide home.
Fucking
Holy shit.
Head first, Pete Rose style.
So much has to go just so for anything to get through.
And anyway, what did you learn?
That it is designed to not function.
It's designed to...
It is designed to keep itself from functioning. How about that?
Ooh.
To almost not be...
Whoa,
No,
man.
well, let me explain myself.
Yes,
what I mean by that is that there are rules set in place to keep the people involved from getting too out of hand.
Mm-hmm. All right.
No matter how much they agree with each other, no matter how many people they have on their side, it doesn't take much to keep it from happening, is what I mean. Whatever bad thing might happen.
I never realized, and maybe this is because I'm a huge dummy.
Oh, him? He's stupid. That's why he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Back
You're
in
not
the
a
day,
huge dummy, not at all.
they'd say slow. They'd say, there comes Slow Watson. No, I just don't fully Can someone explain it to me like I am, in fact, stupid? Why you can just put a pause on criminal trials to be president?
Why not?
Why does criminal prosecution take a back seat? Seems like you would need it more than ever.
Well, whenever the guy accusing you says, "Can we pause this?" the other guy's like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Sounds great, my man.
That's why. If you want an actual reason
Can't
why.
wait for 3 months from now when I'm your boss.
I just my favorite thing that I have seen, and I'm specifically not going into specifics.
No, it makes
on
my head hurt.
purpose.
It really does make my head hurt, though. Like, I feel like I fundamentally don't understand how anything works.
Well, part of that is because you don't. Not really. I read.
Part of it is because usually the president's not being persecuted.
Holy shit!
Prosecuted.
And he can't really do much, not really, without being stopped by someone else. Whether that's an opponent, whether that's someone on his side that goes, "Bro, no," it's a lot that can keep things from happening, really happening.
The most optimistic.
He can sign something and say, "Hey, we're doing this thing." It takes almost nothing for someone else to go, no, we're not.
No, it's
we're absolutely not doing that. But thank you.
It's really weird that the Pentagon is talking about, like, what do we do if he tries to make us, like, attack Miami or something?
I guess we don't. Yeah, we don't.
Okay,
like, we're all in agreement that that's...
But they have to have serious talks about what that looks like if the president gives an unlawful order. And they go, oh, well, they're bound by law to disobey an unlawful order. And okay, so do they abandon their posts and he just appoints new people who will do it? Like, what happens? What the fuck are we even talking about anymore?
I'm so tired of living in these unprecedented times.
Yeah, this is just word diarrhea at this point. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to really end this episode on a downer. But, like, these are the things that I think we've both been thinking about, much like millions of people across the country and the world as they see our election results.
So, the one word that I've been seeing a lot of,
cunt.
I saw that on a coffee cup this morning, actually.
I want a shirt that says I'm a little bit country.
I was in the
but
middle of
spelled cheeky.
I was in the middle of D&D. I look up, and a friend of mine has a coffee cup in his hand, and the handle is the C. And I go, awesome, very cool. I'm in favor of that.
Very
Thank you.
slay queen.
Yes, thank you. I'm in favor of this.
Slayer.
I liked watching. I enjoy, because I'm a huge nerd, is watching Google Trends. I like seeing what people are Googling the most.
Oh, spikes in trends
Yes.
in the analytics.
The one that came, this is maybe a day or so after the election, there was a spike in what is a tariff.
I hate to tell you this, you stupid fucks, but it's too late. It's too late.
Yeah, why come tariffs? And you're like, oh no.
The other one was like, who pays the tariff? That was another one. And I really got a kick out of that, because I go,
I saw one that was who get tariff money, and
Who-
get was spelled G-I-T.
who get tariff money? Tariff only had one F in it.
Yeah, 2 R's though.
And I go, you're too late. It's too late.
My eyes, the goggles do nothing.
Now, fortunately, like I was just saying, for anything to actually happen, it takes a lot.
It doesn't though. It really doesn't.
I meant like super damaging, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess not. I don't
think
know.
you're more optimistic than I am.
Oh, I just know that there have been positions in the past where there was even like I want to say that the Democrats had a supermajority at the time to where they could really pass anything they wanted. There was nothing stopping them. There was no filibuster. There was nothing keeping anything from happening. And they still didn't manage to do it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I mean by...
Democrats are masters of not getting shit done.
Right. That's kind of what I mean
and
by...
spending a lot of money while they do it. But
that's what I mean by nothing really happens.
I agreed with that in so much as I think that's kind of what happened the first time around.
And I have to tell myself that.
In 2016, where he kind of didn't know what to do or what he could even do, what the full extent would be. You know what I mean? Like, even if you give somebody incredible power, if they don't know how to use it, they're not going to get that much done either way, or damage done either way. I think now there are more than enough people who were like counting on this.
Oh, that's fair.
Who are going to move things along in a much different way.
I'd say that's accurate.
And that's what freaks me out.
I also know that there are so many lawyers that exist, that so much red tape just beneath the surface of all of this is there's so much red tape.
It's weird
that no one even knows about.
It's weird seeing Democratic governors vow to like fight the president.
Sure.
In court.
And that's what I mean.
California's like, we're not even going to give you our tax money. Fuck you.
So much
Can a state do that? I don't know. We'll see.
So much is can get tied up in litigation. It's hilarious.
And will, and often does.
So
and meanwhile, we all suffer. Yay.
That's my I guess my optimistic approach to this the next 4 years is that lawyers love money.
Lawyer up, asshole.
Lawyers love money, and they're going to stretch things out for as long as they can make money.
I guess.
And we're going to end the episode in this room because I don't know where to go.
I don't think lawyers are going to matter when the economy crashes and the water wars start.
Shit. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I hope I'm that guy in the oil tank in Waterworld where the match gets dropped down and everything just explodes in my face.
Oh, thank God.